The president may be about to fire Jerome Powell, and if this happens, the Bitcoin price is going to have an absolutely crazy move to the upside. And as well, this indicator over here has never been wrong before, and it is predicting that the bull run hasn't even started yet. And yes, guys, I'm still up here, 450,000 US dollar here on my Bitcoin and Ethereum position. I'm still holding it, and I'm waiting, of course, for the Bitcoin price to go back into the upside. We did actually have a very nice recovery back to the upside, had a little bit of a crash, but this is quite normal actually during a bull run. Whenever we have a bull run, we do tend to have still like some small pullbacks to the downside. These are generally just liquidations where people get stopped out. I mean, a move like this, a double bottom with a move like this to the upside, and then a move here to the low, it's quite common, but it's nothing special. We're already moving here further to the upside. If we are going to be breaking here this high over here, I think we have enough momentum here to have another major push here to the upside. So if I actually look here at the M2 money supply, we still have a target here of about 150,000 US dollar here for Bitcoin, which I still think can be hit. It is just, again, a matter of time before this thing is going to move further to the upside and hit my target eventually somewhere around the end of the year of 200,000 US dollar. Now, as you guys know, I made about 650K profit here on my previous trade here on the BTCC platform, and currently I'm up here about 450,000 US dollars, so that is currently here 1 million total in profits. I still have to close this trade, but yeah, in total that is going to be a $1 million trade. The funding rate is looking a little bit here in the favor of the bulls, but that's something to be to be expected. So I'm still going to just keep these positions here open, the Ethereum and the Bitcoin trade. And again, my Ethereum trade over here, beautifully opened it here before this move here to the upside. So it's just, again, going to be a matter of just waiting for this thing here to go inside a bigger and bigger profit. We can see that Ethereum is, interestingly enough, here outperforming Bitcoin here again. So that is quite interesting. But anyway, if I look here at the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, just let me just go here. Ethereum Bitcoin, if I can actually find it. Where was my Ethereum Bitcoin chart? Here we go. Here it is. We can still see that Ethereum Bitcoin is quite low. But both of these trades here, both of these Ethereum trades that I actually did here in the last 2 months, all of them were beautifully calculated here. I've never actually touched Ethereum until we eventually hit here this range bottom. Got inside a couple positions, and that has been paying off. Generally, again, I don't touch this Ethereum, but it is paying off very, very nicely. So anyway, I am, again, as you guys know, traveling, so BTCC is the only actual exchange you can use while traveling. That's the only exchange. You don't need any KYC, VPN, or any personal information. I have a link in the description if you want to check it out, just the first link in the description. They do also give a 10% deposit bonus. And yeah, that's the platform I'm using right now because I like to travel. I'm always in different countries, and this is the only platform that I actually have no problem into logging in wherever I am on the world. So that is that here in terms of the Bitcoin trade. Now, I have over here this indicator. This is this long-term indicator. And basically every single time here, the Bitcoin price has moved towards this white line, as you guys can see every single time. And the target here for this current bull run here is about 240,000 US dollar. So we are currently hitting here the bottom here of this red zone. But I would actually say we're not yet in the main parabolic run. So generally speaking, you always get like a major parabolic run at the end of each bull run. I would say that it's probably somewhere around over here for this bull run. And of course, for this bull run, it was kind of right over here. So at the end of the kind of bull run, you get that last big major move to the upside, which tends to be the absolute quickest. I think we're not there yet. I think we're about to have to get it very, very soon, especially now we're moving inside this red area. And I still have, again, a target here of somewhere around 200,000 US dollar. I don't know if it's going to be 240,000 US dollar, but somewhere in that range, I think the Bitcoin price is going to top out. Now, as you guys know, I am just stacking fiat, so I do think eventually we're just going to come back here to the downside, hit over here this green area, which would then be somewhere around, let's see, we can probably extend this white line over here just for the fun of it. Let's actually see where this ends up with. End of 2026. Yeah, it's going to be about 65,000 US dollars. So that's where I'm looking to buy. Maybe I'll buy some Bitcoin treasury companies or whatever. But anyway, that's going to be my strategy here. So just waiting for 200K, 65K, and then buying a couple Bitcoin, and then the next cycle all-time high. I think it's going to be about $500,000 US dollars. That's going to be about an 800% on whatever I'm going to be putting into the Bitcoin at that point in time. So it's just playing out the cycles. I'm not going to be super hyped that we break the all-time high. I mean, I could be hyped about it, but yeah, I'm just going to just hold these positions. I'm not going to be influenced too much here about the price. I'm going to be quite stoic here about this, and so I'll just let the market decide, and I make the profits, I take the profits, and then it's just going to be patience, waiting another year is going to pass, and then it's just going to be buying Bitcoin and just playing the whole cycle over again, just like that. So it's pretty simple, straightforward. Sometimes these things are quite simple and straightforward. So this indicator here is the simple Bitcoin, the simple crypto fear and greed indicator. So if I actually go here to the 3-day time frame, what we can actually see here is that whenever here on the 3-day time frame we have hit this green area, this is like the extreme overbought, the extreme greed level, is that we always see the all-time high happening. So we saw it as well right up here. We saw the all-time high. So currently, we're still in the neutral area, which you would be surprised, why are we still in the neutral area? I mean, we've broken the all-time high. And actually, if I go and look at my YouTube views, I mean, they're up. They're quite nice, but not that insane compared to what we actually saw back, for example, here in the bull run here back in 2021. So I would actually say that it makes sense. I think we're somewhere in the neutral area. Now, if we're going to be moving here further to the upside and we are going to be inside this green area, now my views are going to explode and my subscriber count will probably grow. I might get like 100,000 subscribers, but what you're going to be seeing is that that's also going to be kind of around where the Bitcoin price tops out. So that's the time to really pay attention. Now, so far we've not hit that area yet. So for me, it is again just kind of waiting it out for the price to move here further to the upside. And some people might want to trade Bitcoin and they might want to make a profit, or they might cash out a little bit because the price is so high, but that's not what I'm going to be doing. What I'm going to just be doing is I'm just going to wait for all of the indicators here to kind of scream that the Bitcoin price is going to top out, all of the historical indicators, and I will take a little bit of profits, but I still think it's going to be somewhere around $200,000. So that is what I'm going to be doing. So anyway, the last thing that I want to talk about is that the New York Times reports that the president has drafted a letter to fire Jerome Powell, which is of course the Federal Reserve chairman. This is going to be the most historic event since the Federal Reserve creation in 1913. And well, the thing is, guys, is that what this person also saying is that if the president actually going to fire here the Fed chairman, that is going to pump the Bitcoin price to the upside. And not only is that going to show that the government is basically influencing Fed policy, which, well, the Fed technically should be independent, but that is first of all going to cause a little bit of uncertainty in the market. That's probably going to be good for Bitcoin and gold, but also it seems like the president wants to lower the interest rates and he wants to get Jerome Powell out, because Jerome Powell basically keeps the interest rates higher. And well, the thing is, the president wants to keep the interest rate low because that's going to lower the actual expenditure on the debt. But anyway, just have you understand that if that actually is going to happen, if he's going to fire him, it's going to pump the Bitcoin price very, very high to the upside, just for the reasons that it's going to be uncertainty for the dollar. And also at the same point in time, it's going to be bullish because he's probably going to have someone come in who wants to lower the interest rates. So that's also going to be good for Bitcoin. But guys, this is not good. I mean, the world runs on the US dollar. All this stuff is not really good, but I'm just reporting on it. And yeah, it's going to be good for Bitcoin. So, well, let's enjoy it. Anyway, that's the end here of the video. And that's everything I want to talk about. So hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.